Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Accounting Nightmare. More Dawntrail MSQ today, hopefully. Good, 19Q. When I first booted it up, it said something about, to facilitate easier login. We, it showed the question mark. It didn't show my data, so thought there must have been a massive queue out of nowhere. But there isn't. Yeah, so this is the 4th stream of the MSQ. We're up to level 92. We just did the first dungeon. And so we've got 2 of the gym badges, basically, the trial badges for Wuk Lamat. And we are off to earn our 3rd from the Moblins, I believe. And yeah, then after that, giants, hopefully. Yeah, just out of curiosity, I went to Alder to the Blue Mage NPCs, the 2 Mamulja. I was wondering if they'd have different dialogue now that we know they are like pretending to not speak Eorzean very well. But no new dialogue, sadly. I do want to show the music that the Ark has, though. I turned on Mount Music, and it's got great music. Hey, Tag. Hey, Walken. Good to see yous. Just got Dark Knight to 70. Nice. Oh, yeah, I should swap over my chat. Going quiet and doing more MSQ. Have fun, all. And event. There we go. We've been tanking through the Omega raids. Yes, TBN is great. When you use it at just the right time, it feels great. So it plays the FF9 battle music. It's great. It's a certified banger, so we just enjoy it for a little bit. It's a great theme. Yeah, this is the deluxe edition mount. The Ark. Okay. Let's go do MSQ. Dawntrail. It's a damn good battle theme. Yes, being able to put TBN on the main tank when you're off tank, yeah, that's such a good option to have. It's fantastic. Oh, there are Moblins here. I didn't even notice that we were actually at the Moblin village already. Okay, I'll turn off Mount Music now so we can enjoy the normal area themes. Greedy words, Lowlander. Does Lowlander want to think more about many fires? Okay, so they still have the goblin dialect. Many, many warm-hearted welcomings to many fires. Swipostic wishes you a comfy feeling stay. Comfy feeling. Now that's a great word. It doesn't matter if Wuk Lamat's scared of alpacas or gets sick on boats. It doesn't change who she is or what she means to people. I have some small experience with the pressures of leadership. Yeah, I think we read this last time. Let's do it again, though, to refresh. And crumbling beneath its weight, as you well know. If anything good can be said to have come of my failures, I hope it is my capacity to help others avoid similar mistakes. I'm ready to move on. I'm glad we could take a moment to talk things through. Wuk Lamat seems much happier for it. Yeah, she told us all about her doubts and insecurities, and seems to have got a lot more confidence now. Talking about things, it helps. A leaking work pot. Erenville is concerned about dangers on the road. The Moblin settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here, but be warned, the road we'll be taking is a favoured hunting ground for bandits. With the stairs currently impassable, there'll be fewer travellers, meaning the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush. Although, considering present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted. Bandits on the road? What have Zerolja and the Landsguard been doing? Seems it's up to me to restore order to the area. Yeah. And off she goes again. For now, we'll head west and aim for the bank of the second river. Yeah, all the other 3 tanks also get a mitigation they can put on their co-tank, but it's not as satisfying as TBN, I think. Just my opinion. Doesn't look like the caravan to Earthenshire will be leaving anytime soon. Perhaps the Moblins might slip me a few gil to keep the nasties from the gates while I wait. Yeah, you and me both. Alpaca keep. Thank you. Okay. Going all the way over there. Alright. I did a lot of Aether current searching off stream. So I'm pretty sure I have all the currents from up here. I didn't get any from down here. We haven't really explored this place yet in the story, so we got some currents. That's how many we got so far. Okay, yeah, no, I've got half. Yeah, about half of the overworld ones, the non-quest ones. Speaking of which, to the west. Yeah. Collect current. Hello, any of you see an Aether current? No? My dragon radar says it's over here. There it is. What are those? Oh, those are birds. Ah. Oh, wait, no. I think they're amphibious, actually. Swamp monk. Interesting. Really wish they would raise the poetics cap. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I keep... Oh, God, yeah, I need to go spend mine again soon. It's so easy to cap on those. Oh, I see. This is the river which feeds the waterfalls above Koana. Again and again, I'm struck by the majesty of the falls. It is difficult to comprehend the sheer volume of water this natural wonder produces. I felt eyes on us several times as we made our way here, though they soon seemed to lose interest. The bandit's lair is said to be somewhere near here, but I'd prefer we avoid seeking out trouble. Okay, the eyes were probably bandits, but then they saw all of our weapons and they went, nah. Yeah, nah. Well, where are these bandits? Apparently, they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Earthenshire is just a little farther ahead, on the opposite bank of Miyaka Bek Zoma. But let's remain vigilant all the same. Where's the next current? To the south. Ooh. Yeah, let's go get a cheeky current and enjoy this beautiful view. Oh my god. I really like this zone so far. It's beautiful. It would be even more beautiful if we could swim underwater? No? Am I pressing the right buttons? Okay, I don't think we can go underwater. Boo! Boo! Frog birds. Yeah, they were a bit frog-like, weren't they? Internet died on you? Ah, that sucks. FF9 battle theme. Best track next to Black Mage Village, yes. Ah, Black Mage Village is a classic. Or you're buying entire duplicate sets of gear. Yeah. I'm still putting my poetics into the Heavenswood relics, the anima relics. Next current. West. Okay. Feels kind of weird we can't go underwater. Maybe I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I'm pretty sure it was shift space. Oh well. Yeah, I'm still working on... I'm collecting all the anima weapons. So, currently making the paladin one. Grr. Shiny. And where's the shield? That one. Yeah. Shiny. I built the black mage one, and that one's really nice. Of course, there's more bowls here. Frog bird attack. Okay, I think it's on the other side of this, so let's go back to the road. Crafted the dark relic in like a day. Nice. That's always fun. Oh, I haven't made the dark anima relic yet, I don't think. I need to make that. Dark Knight has so many gorgeous weapons. Earthenshire. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting architecture. Bum, bum, bum. So this is Earthenshire. Goodness me. It's like the entire village is made of pottery. Yeah. Huh. Even as Hanu culture is distinct from the Vanu, Moblin society has developed quite differently to that of their goblin cousins. Not another claimant in sight. Does that mean we're ahead or behind? Yes. Second step pairs really well with the job gear. Oh, I've got to get that. This is it. The village where the lay of pots from the Tulialal saga took place. Earthenshire, Idleshire. Might the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder? The settlements themselves couldn't be more different, though. This shire appears custom built to resemble pots, while the other is a repurposed town. Hello. Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the third promise and her retinue? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant's Elector, if you happen to know who that is. You're exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Ready Rock is the Elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We can cut straight to performing the feat. As much as Ready Rock would like to do just that, we have a much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases. Many help hands for the Potsworn were injured. This is no time for feats or metal tests. I'm sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd been caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are the Potsworn? Goldsmiths, contracted to work for the Moblins. The word comes from the pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. The Moblins provide these Potsworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metalwork in Terral. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. If this is the best they can offer, I should have never left Wachimeki. Alright, good riddance. Get out of here. You see? The Potsworn desert us. Without enough healthy help hands, we are failing to uphold our side of the Pot Pact. The Pot Pact. I like that. Good term. Should all our Potsworn leave, Earthenshire will grind to a halt. We have to do something, and do it soon. Then let us stand in for the injured helpers. It would give me the chance to learn more about your people in your village. And if it brings us closer to beginning the feat, then all the better. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obligated to join in. Take a rest while you can. Of course I'll help. I could use a nap. I mean, I could always use a nap, but I'll help. Help and then nap. I was hoping you'd say that. I actually wasn't sure I could do this on my own. We'll all help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. We'll take every help hand we can get. Ready Rock truth swears that once the Potsworn have their perfect workshops again, we will commence the feat with all haste. You and the third promise can assist help hand Rakarok. I like her cheesy thumbs up she does, it's cute. You other four, follow Ready Rock. There are other help hands in need of hand lending. I really appreciate you pitching in. I meant what I said at Many Fires. There'll be no more feigning strength, no more playing at being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at our side. Aww, I didn't realise we're basically her mentor, but we are. Aww. Now, let's find this Rakarok fellow and see what we can do for him. Well, unless this is part of the feat, I think that basically means the others have not done this feat yet. Touch it. Started using the non-glowy versions. Had enough of one-person rave parties. Guild Wars 2. Glad FF14 doesn't have an equivalent to Guild Wars 2's permafrost die. Oh, I don't think I've seen that. That sounds pretty. Maybe a bit overpowering, but pretty. I'll have to look it up. Alpaca. Nice. Right. What can we do to help? I think I've found our help hand. First, we'll solve this problem for the Moblins. Then we'll see about completing their feat. Rakarok can't meet his obligations without more help hands. The pot pact is broken, and the pots are emptying. You've come to aid, Rakarok? Rakarok accepts your hand lending with joyous feel smiles. If we can offer the pot swarm their promised good living, we might save the day yet. Whatever you need. Nice. XP. Yummy. Lending a help hand. Rakarok needs help learning about the pot-sworn Kahe. What Rakarok needs is for new help hands to create good living for pot-sworn Kahe. The help hand assigned to Kahe was hurt during the rock rain, so Rakarok took over, but he knows nothing of Kahe. What does Kahe want? What does Kahe need? Help hands do not bother the pot-sworn with straight asks. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare things with guess think. Please guess think with Rakarok. Find out what Kahe is lacking so we can provide it. You can count on us. Interesting. Kahe is only one of many pot-sworn in need of caretaking. We work through the night with no sleep and no rest, but there are too few of us to go around. A light so bright that reshade mistakes you for a light source. Oh my god. That's how blinding permafrost dye is. Oh wow. That sounds amazing. Sorry, just petting a cat. This is where Kahe works, is it? Let's take a peek inside then. Okay. That must be Kahe. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him, but that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. Why not, though? We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. Inspect the workshop. This is kind of creepy. We're just going to stand here and look around and not talk to him. That seems a little strange. Hi. He must be boiling sitting so close to the furnace, and there's no airflow to speak of. How could anyone work in that stifling heat? Okay. Wuk Lamat. Can't look at her axe. Oh, okay. There's the furnace. Goldsmithing tools. Those tools are looking pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones. Oop. Nope, wrong button. Crafting materials. Well, he has no shortage of crafting materials. There must be something else he's missing. Untouched meal. Oh. Seeing if there's anything else. No? Okay. Untouched meal. Oh, that looks nice. Egg. He's barely touched his meal. That dish is meant to be eaten hot, or it loses its savour. Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kahe might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Rakarok. We can't just... Oh, we can just go in there. Okay. Wasn't expecting to just walk in. Oh, there's other people here. Moblins can be burly strong too. Yeah. Ah. Okay, he doesn't say much. He just said, phew. Come on, let's share what we observed with Rakarok. You made your observations? What did you guests think? First off, I noticed Kahe hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking. But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? Ah, but Rakarok is sure of nothing when it comes to Kahe's tastes. I can help you with that. My brother Koana is also Hetsaro, and while everyone has their personal preferences, there are some they tend to share. Like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kahe probably wouldn't have been able to eat it until it cooled down, and by the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. The simplest solution is to serve dishes that taste good, no matter the temperature. Rakarok never would have thought of that. Would the third promise mind explaining these things to our cook? Not at all. But I don't think that was the only reason Kahe couldn't concentrate. The Hetsaro homeland is hot and dry, but even Kahe seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any way you could cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try a drafty shard. They make a lovely breeze. Do you know where we can get one of those? You can gather them from the shoals of no return. Ah. That sounds pleasant. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up on their search for the Golden City. So we salvage them from the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Melchan? Nod. Oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kahe's files and saws and things were very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order. Ah! Rakarok was too preoccupied with stocking materials. A serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a help hand's responsibility. Then we all have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. The shoals of no return are past the crags, through a tunnel southeast of here. You should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village. Oh, you got a picture of the die? Or a video? Ooh, okay. We'll check that out in a moment. Oh, there's more stuff over here. Very pleasant little village. I was wondering if we could see the twins and Cry all around. And Erenville doing stuff. Not sure where they are at the moment though. Triple Triad! Triple Triad. I'll be back for you later. Okay. Chocobo. Let's go check out this eye-searing die in Guild Wars 2. Ding. Oh, Lord. Oh. Oh, no. What? Don't do that. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that is painful. It almost looks like the textures haven't rendered. Wow. Yeah, that is a lot. I can see why you're glad that kind of thing isn't here. Wow. Alright, down here. Nyum. Yeah, they added mount lean as you're turning. A lot of the mounts now lean. It's cool. Looks like it happens when you're on the ground too. See the chocobos leaning side to side. That's cool. Oh, hi. You're Melchan, aren't you? What brings you out here? Ah, the issue with caring for the potsworn. When they approached me with the same problem, I suggested they commission artisans in Charlayan instead. The quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed, after all. However, the Moblins did not care for the idea. Yeah, it's the whole thing of this village. It was suggesting they just stop doing their main thing. Surely it would be more effective to engage a uniformly trained collective? I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, and are instead tasked with tending the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Oriange, in fact. Unfit to assist with help hands. Well, settlements in Kozama-uka, too, have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn's servant, one of my first acts will be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital. When I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlayan technology, my apologies, I have much to consider. If you'll excuse us. We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Melchan. He knows there's other technologically advanced cultures too, right? Anyway. You spot the tunnel opening. Head through the passage to the shoals of no return and recover the drafty shard. It's probably like a wind crystal, but I like that we're calling it by the Moblin name, drafty shard. Over here. Ooh, what's this? A netzach. Sure. It's one of the rarest and most expensive dyes in the game. Ah, good, good. So actually seeing someone with it is mercifully rare. Oof, that's a relief. I do really like how dyes aren't a consumable in Guild Wars 2 though. You just kind of unlock the dye and then you can use it as much as you want. That's pretty cool. Aha! That makes sense. Aether current next to the drafty shard. Yeah. Drink it up. Delicious. Fiery orange. That's not the one we're after. crystalline shard is faintly warm to the touch. Does not appear to be the wind crystal. Bright green. Pale blue. Is an ice one or a water one? It's pretty either way. This crystalline shard feels damp in your hand. Does not appear to be the wind crystal. Okay, so it's a water one. And grab our wind one. Oh, it's so pretty. And how the game just remembers what skins you've unlocked. Yes. Yeah, WoW does that too. I really hope they're able to implement that in 14 at some point, so that you can properly collect all the glamours without having to fret about your glamour storage. Yeah, it makes collecting appearances so much more fun. This crystalline shard emanates a soothing whisper of wind. It seems you've found the crystal Rakarok sent you to salvage. Go! Oh, we can just teleport back. Oh, hang on. Make sure there's no other sneaky sneaks out here. Northwest. Okay. Back to town. And I'll see if I can show you my kitty. She is sleeping at my feet. She's on the soft, fluffy blanket I usually use, but she took it first, so no blankie for me. Ah. That is indeed a cat. Just looks like a black shape, but it's a cat. Good kitty. Oh yeah, speaking of Thancred, I redid the first dungeon with trusts. Got them XP, and you can do it with Thancred and Urianjo, and they still show up in the dungeon as NPCs, like blocking off your progress. But sadly, there's no extra dialogue or anything if you're using these two. I was hoping there'd be a funny little comment or something, but nah. A round black bean bun, yes. So cute. Yeah, 14's glamour system, you could really use an overhaul. It feels very outdated. Is that a cool breeze Rakarok feels? Drafty shard. The brisk breeze emanating from this wind crystal can be used to fill sails or cool stuffy workshops. Bum, bum, bum. Nice. Yes! Thank you for seek finding a drafty shard. Rakarok will add it to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Hetsaro, and it's on its way even as we speak. Let's go in and see what Carhair thinks of our efforts. Yeah, so something I really like about this game in the story is that the other characters are, like, really competent. You'll identify multiple things wrong, but you only have to deal with, like, one of them because the other characters will go sort out the rest. Yeah, it's good. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. Fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed a pot pact. Ah, that crystal is very pretty. Oh, I hope you can get that as a housing item. I am grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two, and I'll reciprocate with a piece worthy of a potsworn. What's he making us? An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Volok Shunsa. The craftsmanship satisfies Earthenshire's reputation for quality, I trust. Such luster, such brilliance. Truly a gift fit for the Dawn servant. I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill, after all. Forgive my interruption. Lamachi, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with defeat. That's great news. Thank you for letting me know. So this is the craft of a potsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, Second Promise. I drew inspiration from Kazama Uka's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my work. Don't say it. Okay. I thought he was going to be like, but I'm sure Chalet and Craftsman could have done better. Hey, Kalishtar. Good to see ya. Yes, I'm enjoying Dawntrail. It's quite pleasant so far. That crystal is literally fantasy air conditioning. Yep, it is. It really is. I wondered why the Moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even Chalet and goldsmiths could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Tulialao, fortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Hetsaro more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tural's various peoples was eye-opening. You lived as a traditional Hetsaro. I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Uh-oh. You hit a nerve, I think. Anyway. Just gloss over the troubled past that he has. Would that I could forget that time. I tried a serving of the dish we prepared for Kahe. It was so good, I had a second helping. Of course you did. Now my workspace is just the way I like it. I have inspiration oozing from every pore. Think that lantern was nice. Just wait until my next masterpiece. Yeah. Air conditioning. Rakarok is very grateful to you. I thank you both for your hard work and clever guess-think. When it comes to help handing, knowing the potsworn really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. Hey, chest gear. Cool. Rakarok will see that potsworn Kahe's lustrous oil lamp is delivered to the palace at once. Alright, we're going to do the feat. The feat of pots. Koana has details to share concerning the forthcoming feat of pots. The person that invented air conditioning deserves a Nobel Prize. Oh, you finished the MSQ. Congrats, Kalishtar. The riding team will jump out at you from the bushes with a water gun. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm like it's good so far. It's just it's not. A lot of people are saying it's like 10 out of 10. So I'm waiting for stuff to get wild. And especially since I know there's futuristic stuff later. I just don't know how we get there or what's going on with that. The Elector bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thancred and Urianger. I also ran into the Levieur twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. Thanks. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feed is starting, but even now, he's conscientious to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Ready Rock waiting. Yeah, he's not the type to specifically try and screw us over. Rakarok is thankful Potsworn Carhair did not quit leave like the others. He thinks you will have no hard times with the coming feats. Alright. What we gonna do? I think of a feat of pots, and I just immediately think of a Zelda game, where it's a mini game where you have to spin attack all the pots in one hit. I thought everyone would be here by now. Ready Rock thanks you for assisting Help Hand Rakarok. She will announce the feat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer. The other claimants. Oh, are the other two here as well, or is it just us two for now? Okay, just us two for now. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the Potsworns to stay. How did you fare? Same. So you managed to do the same. Splendid. Well. Single Butthead is here. Welcome to Earthenshire, First Promise. We support your plans for salt crossings and the new Potsworn they will bring. Hail the mighty Zeralja! He cleared many piles of rockfall as if they were pebble stones. The resilient son for Dawn Servant. Zeralja was clearing fallen rocks. I'm surprised he would volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest. Oh god, double Butthead's here too. Well, well, we meet again. Oh, we got the whole gang. Just in time for the feat to begin. I'll bet he was already here, laying low while the rest of us did all the work. Yeah, there's no way he would help out with stuff like this. Claimants, your attention please. As Ready Rock has explained, many of our Potsworn left us following the storm. The precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in much jingly shine from across the salt. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthenshire will suffer. Tulialau merchants will suffer. So Ready Rock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us. Oh. So we're to recruit new Potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You are free to refuse Ready Rock's request. She will be happy to inform the Dawn Servant of Zeralja's disqualification. The rite is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. Then Ready Rock declares the Feat of Pots begun. But remember, a pot pact must be agreed to willingly. No grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. Grab snatching. That's a good term. The elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival. Which is exactly what we should do. Yeah, fight him. You two fight it out. To the death. Yeah. A fine suggestion, brother. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. I like how they just say all that right in front of us. That nasty brute is up to something. You think so? He was just talking about taking someone else's prize. Aye, he may seek to delay us again, as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Wuk Lamat? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this fate? I know some artisans amongst my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Tuliyalau to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Koana probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, you understand. That's just statement of fact. I suppose we could try asking around Wachumekimeki. That seems a logical place to start. Back to Tuliyalau it is. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? Yeah, I was just wondering how are we going to get them here. DSR chakrams? No, they're from T. Yeah, I haven't done DSR yet. Yeah, I've done Uwu and T. I'm enjoying the music so far. Ooh, you leveled Viper. Nice. My Viper is 88 at the moment. No, no, no! I can't do it! I can't stomach another boat ride. You said I should share my burdens, so I will speak plainly. The truth is, I get really, really sick on boats. Really? Whoa. Wuk Lamat, this is hardly news. Yeah, but yeah, being able to admit it is a different thing, though. But it was brave of you to admit. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother. It will? Are you sure? Aww. Aww. I'm positive. Mostly. Surely we can get an anti-nausea herb or something. Oh, we're already here. What obstacle will Bakujaja throw at us next? Or will he try something more direct? Did we mention the pot sworn in our care required a constant stream of encouragement in order to craft? Ah, I see. The four of us must have chanted the same cheer dozens, if not hundreds of times. Erenville was scolded more than once for not cheering loudly enough. Okay, that's cute. Yeah, that's a cute little image. Wuk Lamat suffers such terrible bouts of seasickness. I wish I had a spell or potion that could ease her nausea. I've procured many unusual items for clients, but meeting the personalised needs of a potsworn is not an experience I'd care to repeat. Yeah, I'll bet. You just got people named Tease Nuts. Okay, Tease Nuts is really good, especially if they've got a tea weapon. Oh, I need a moment. Upriver or downriver, Ihui Katumu is too rough for me. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on a boat if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Ropley can help us recruit a potsworn. Yeah. Let's go. I've got a side quest to finish in Charlayan. Every time I open my map, it tells me to go to Charlayan. I need to go turn that in at some point. Triple Triad. Yeah, I'm liking playing Dancer for the MSQ. It really fits the vibe so far. And I love my Dancer Glam, which is it the level 90 artifact armor? I think it's the 90. Surely at least one person will answer Wuk Lamat's call for a potsworn. Maybe Master Ropley can help us. Erenville brought us here on our first tour of the city, but time did not permit a close look. I should like to observe these masters at work. Oh, the guy from earlier, the one who was looking for a job here, he was a goldsmith. Whew, the fresh harbour air was just what I needed. So this is the Wachu Meki Meki that Wuk Lamat was talking about. I had yet to make it this far in my wanderings. Wachu Meki Meki is a gathering spot for skilled artisans of all kinds. If we're to find a potsworn candidate, I can think of no better place to begin our search. Crafting sounds in the background. Do they not have ginger? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, they do have ginger. It's a cooking ingredient. I guess they don't know about the anti-nausea? Or maybe it doesn't have anti-nausea properties here. Greetings, Third Promise. What brings you back to Wachu Meki Meki? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Ropley. Actually, I have a favour to ask. So, what do you think? Do you know of any craftsmen who might be interested? Filching my artisans for the Moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the Third Promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Yeah, we're kind of just taking your staff. Only, I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know with a mastery of goldsmithing that would also have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? Yeah, that Ellison goldsmith. That Eorzean goldsmith. What about him? What of the Ellison man who just started working here? The Ellison man. You mean Funter Jane? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewellery store across the salt. And considering the distance he's already come, I like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little up the river. That said, he's only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the Potsworn are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Fongintain at his workbench in this hour. He's finished for the day, probably enjoying a meal over exfoliative tacos. Then maybe we should go and talk to him. Just you and me, since he knows us. Wouldn't want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. The two of us can handle this. Take a rest at the cabins, if you like. Nap time. Right, let's go and see a man about a pot. It's late, but you can stay for the next quest. Ah, thanks, Kalishtar. Don't stay up too late, though, if you need to get up at a reasonable time. And where was... Yeah, we'll use that one. Oh, there's Devil Trigger. I actually haven't unlocked it yet for Viper. Oh, wait, no, you're talking about Dawntrail. Yeah, no, Dawntrail's great. Also, good to see you, Trinant. Yeah, how far were you? I saw you were... Wait, you were streaming it too, weren't you? I think you finished the MSQ, didn't you? Viper DT is quite nice. Oh, level 99. Nice. Almost there. Yeah, I'm still so early. Most people in my FC are finishing it and farming EXs and... and I'm like, I'm at 92. Especially once you get to 100. Ah, nice. Yeah, I'm really keen to get Viper to at least 90 so I can try the DT, the Devil Trigger. The Hyper Viper. Oh, I'm still not sure about this. Oh, Melchan, you're here too. The third promise said she wanted to chat. I've just finished eating, so shall we find a quiet spot outside? Whoa, what a view. The last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Yes, I was, wasn't I? A lost soul. Until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. My new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time, I feel content with my lot in life. Ah. Well, good to see you. Bye. Whoops, do not auto-advance. That's wonderful. So, what is it you wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a Potsworn. Ah, I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That's when an artisan signs a contract to work for the Moblins, isn't it? But you're not a Moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for a feat in the rite of succession. I need to bring a new Potsworn to Earthenshire. So that is the way of it. We've barely met, and after pushing you to work at Wachumeki Meki, I'm now demanding you throw that away and sign a pot pact instead. It's a selfish request, I know. I have something to tell you, Third Promise. The other day, I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say I am now an official subject of Tulialal. I've since endeavoured to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End when Garlean forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me in an instant, the man I loved and admired. I never wish to suffer such a loss again. And so, as much as I'm indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving Tulialal then that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a pot pact, then I shall gladly do so. Yeah. Fungintain. Thank you. I shall return to Master Ropley and inform him of my decision. Allow me, I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news. Nice. Oh. Hi. Perhaps you remember me, Wuk Evu, owner of Expelyav. I'd like a word, if you don't mind. You're Wuk Lamat's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown too, if the gossip's to be believed. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Okay. Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then. You can... roll quests! You can now gain access to roll quests. Speak with Wuk Evu and pursue new adventures as you progress through the rite of succession. Cool. Okay. Do you have to finish a role quest in this one, like in Endwalker and Shadowbringers? Uncouth customers. Let's go do the first step and unlock the next part. Oh, you don't? Ah, okay. Cool. Maybe I will just do that later then. Oh, right. Endwalker didn't require it, did it? It was only Shadowbringers. Okay. Alright, well, I'll save those for their own their own particular streams. So we can focus on MSQ. That's a lot of people. Oh, that's a Moogle. That's not the Aether Shard. You're behind. Oh, because you haven't finished it. It's alright. Like to describe Viper as Gunbreaker but DPS. Ah, okay. Okay. That's a good way to put it. Have to decide what I'm going to level for each category. For the role quests. Dark Knight's my favourite tank, so I'll probably level that. And we're leveling Dragoon just because that's my main. We're leveling Dancer through MSQ. For casters, I think Pictomancer is my new favourite caster. So I'll probably go for that first. I like Red Mage a lot though. But Pictomancer has captured my heart. Not sure about Healer. White Mage or Astrologian. I should play a bit of the new Astrologian. Yeah, I haven't actually played much of the new Astrologian, so try that out. It feels ungrateful to leave so soon after Master Ropley granted me employment, but surely he'll understand. I do this for the future of Tulialau. I see you managed to find Fontaine. Yep, and we're yoinking him. Master Ropley, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but, Fontaine has agreed to sign the Pot Pact, yes? While it is a shame to lose a capable goldsmith, to have one of our own hand-picked to serve the third promise is a great honour for Wachumeki Meki. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. It could even be yourself, if you're so inclined. Nod. I'll keep that in mind. Though my time here was brief, I will not forget your kindness, Master Ropley. I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Tulialau. Come back to us if the Moblins cut you loose. You'll always have a job at Wachumeki Meki. I expect you'll want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. Yeah, we're going on the boat again. What became of Fontaine? Were you able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to become a potsworn. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fontaine's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. I'd misread that for a moment as the feet of pets. That means I should pet this kitty. Oh. You may now unlock deliveries for Wachumeki Meki. Q. I was wondering when all this stuff would unlock. The crafter stuff. 92 question mark. A father first. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so that's to unlock deliveries. Alright. Father first. Wuk Lamat needs to pay a visit to the palace. Right then, I have some things to take care of at the palace. While you can pass the time however you like, I'd suggest you head back to the cabins. After all, even heroes need to rest, and we still have a big journey ahead of us. Okay, I kind of thought we were going to go too, but I guess not. Family stuff. Yum. When the sci-fi invades our tropical island adventure, it's going to have the same energy as someone showing up to a Renaissance fair in a Starfleet uniform. I love that. Yeah, I can't wait to see how they blend it all together. That's good. Down here. Landsguard messenger. At last. You waiting for me? Welcome back, madam. You've had a Landsguard messenger most anxiously waiting on your return. Melchan of the Third Promise's entourage, I've been all over the city looking for you. The Dawn servant summons you to the palace. You are to present yourself to the gate guard stationed outside Sunperch at your earliest convenience. Oh, and one more thing. You are not to mention this visit to Wuk Lamat. Huh. I don't like keeping secrets. A personal audience with the Dawn Servant. What could it be about? I mean, what if I just mentioned it to Wuk Lamat anyway? What are you going to do? You're not going to stop me. Summer vacation ends when the Empire invades. The Fire Nation. What could this be about? Oh, we're gonna fight him? That looks like an instance. The Dawn Servant requests your presence at the palace. If you would speak with the guard, they will see you inside. Food buff. The Dawn Servant awaits you within. While I was not informed of the reason for your audience, in terms of attire, I would suggest full battle regalia. We're gonna fight him, like in the intro. I thought Estinian stole that battle from us, but I think now we get to fight. Hi.
Forgive me these sudden summons. When I learned my daughter's champion was back in the city, I couldn't resist the opportunity.
Yes, fight, fight.
And they call me head of resolve for good reason. Old as I am, I have not lost a battle worthy of the name since the day I took the throne. And I've been craving a proper challenge. The lance wielder, Estinian, he fought well enough, but our bout was ended before a victor could be decided. Judging by the sailors' gossip, you are a warrior of renown in your homeland.
Yeah, we kind of saved the planet, but don't worry about that.
Yet I wonder, with all your deeds done and victories won, are you warrior enough to stand against me?
That line makes me wish I was playing warrior. Why don't we find out? So long as neither of us gets too carried away. I'm not interested in fighting you. So long as we don't get too carried away.
Not even the slightest hint of fear. I knew you were no pretender. The battle rages upon me. I'll stop short of killing you, of course. But expect no other mercies.
I don't know, that sounds like getting carried away to me.
Ready your arms. Show me the truth of the tales.
Let me just do my standard step opener. Blue Jaja. Yeah, he's letting me start the fight. Nice. Now I know why you're sticking around. Nice. Whee! Oh, didn't do the opener right.
Give it your all. I want to fight to remember.
Fancy blade work. Okay. Oh yeah, we have Last Dance now.
Let's test the waters.
Oh, that looks... Oh, okay. You're going to slash with one and then the other. Okay.
They didn't even blink.
Ooh, what's this? Probably bad? Yep, it's bad.
I see you know the Viper style.
Kind of. Coiled strike. Oh, okay. Ow. Oh. Oh, I see. Yep, it shows which way it's going to go. Okay. I got it.
The spearman did not lie. Very well.
Battle breaker. Oh, come back. Oh.
Resolve the Risen Kingdom. All right.
Aw. He's got a super move he can't do because his other head's asleep. Aw. That's a really good detail.
Did you think you had my measure? Take this!
Burning Sun. Ooh. Oh. Spot looks good. Ah.
Still holding up?
Oh. Okay. Woo! This is a pretty cool fight.
We're far from finished.
Yeah, your health is only 70%. Jesus. Ooh. Okay, they're gonna attack forwards. Ah, yep. Over here. Ah.
No more holding back.
Oh, a tower? Okay. Ah. This is my favourite part of the theme. Doubling. That's what I get, making a fire clone. Whoa. Here? Question mark? Oh, bad things. Oh, more bad things. Dance like you want to win. Oh, that's not safe. Oh, that's not safe. Whew, okay. That part's pretty rough. Woo. Ah, I like that animation for Last Dance. That's nice. Yeah. He wanted to fight us because he loves a challenge. So we're just fighting for fun. Okay, another fire friend. Not my friend though, it's his friend. Here, I think. Yeah. Oh, yep, not there anymore. Nice. Dance. Ooh, okay. Oh, I don't know about this. Oh, yeah, nope, that's not good. Oh. Hey, I'm dancing. I'm trying to dance here. He just punts me across the room. Oh, whoop, that's the wrong way.
Really are formidable.
Fire friends. Oh. What's that? They made fire friends? Is that allowed? Self-replicating fire friends?
Now we'll see what you're truly made of.
Ooh. Oh, towers. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Yeah. Nice.
That will do. You've shown me more than enough.
Nice. That was cool. Last, yeah.
I brought my full strength to bear against opponents before, but you are the first to withstand it.
Woo. Yeah, Last Dance that's really pretty. I really like that animation.
Even with my head of reason asleep, I never expected you to give me so much trouble. Estinian did not exaggerate. You are a force to be reckoned with. Now, a confession. I said I'd crave a challenge, and that was no lie. But I had another reason for calling you here. I had to judge for myself if you were fit to attend my beloved daughter. In some respects, she is much like me. Hard-headed and prone to rush into danger. But one with your talents could readily dispatch the threats that bar Lamat's way. Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Tuliola, but a concerned father.
Aw.
Thank you. Then tell me, given your journey together thus far, what is your impression of Lamat? Whether he be as their promise or just a companion on the road. Speak your mind.
She is young but has potential. She is not ready to rule. She is young but has potential. These are a bit less positive than I wanted to say, but oh well. These are the only options.
A tactful response, but agreed. She is not ready for the throne. Not yet. Lamat thinks she understands our many peoples. Their histories, their cultures, their beliefs. But she knows only what she's seen in the capital. And it's not only her who concerns me. Even this early in the contest, you must have realized. As potential rulers, all 4 claimants are lacking. This is why I elected to hold the right of succession. Not to choose a fitting candidate, but to cultivate one.
That makes sense.
And if no one has impressed me by the end of it, then to no one will I yield my throne.
Oh, wow.
As a parent, I pray that my children rise to the occasion. With outsiders dragged into my game, I am also hopeful that the different perspectives you and your companions have to offer will inspire them to grow. I imagine you in particular have traveled many lands, know many peoples and cultures, loved them and being loved in turn. Guide Lamat as you think best. Walk at her side and, when needed, push her to walk ahead.
I knew it.
Hi.
There I was, about to sit down for some of Namika's cooking, when I heard that Papa had sent for you.
We had fun. We had a play
You
date.
were dueling behind my back, weren't you?
Yes.
I see there is no point in denying it.
That head is one heavy sleeper, yes. I was kind of wondering if the other head was going to wake up during the battle. But no, they slept through the whole thing. You once slept through a neighbor's house burning down. Oh, God. Jeez. That sounds scary.
You needn't worry, daughter. I took care not to inflict lasting injuries. You and your ally may return to the contest without disadvantage. No harm done.
I swear, just as I was learning newfound respect for my father. Let's take our leave of this battle-mad oaf before he calls on the rest of my entourage.
watch over her, champion. Koana's recruits are no less sharp, as one might expect of Galloff's countrymen. They saw the flaws in our claimants from the outset. The other two, though, they dismiss comrades willing to point out their shortcomings, and no good can come of it.
They're both terrifying. Bum, bum, bum. If he had his way, Papa would keep dueling until the day he dies. Even now, I know of only 3 people who didn't need to be carried away after their bouts. Zorolja, your lance-wielding friend Estinian, and yourself. You really do live up to your fearsome reputation. I'm curious, though. Did Papa not want anything else of you? A small favour, nothing more. Just a sparring partner. A small favour? I don't like lying. This is closer to the truth? Well, if that's all it was. Boots! Nice. What are my boots? They're not bad. These will be better, though. The shape of peace. Wuk Lamat thinks it time to gather her allies for the road ahead. Yes! Can't hide anything from her. Probably hard to hide the loud explosions, yes. That door was pretty, fantastic. I still haven't had one bite of Namika's food thanks to Papa's nonsense, so I'm going back to finish my plate before I head out. I've otherwise asked everyone to meet at the Forard Cabins. Come and join us after you've had a moment to recover, eh? Damn it, Papa. Oh, it's not a big deal. We had fun. We had a fun play date. Okay. Back to there. Can I jump off these? I can. I'm eager to see what happens between Zorolja and the other 2-headed butthead. Keep forgetting his name. I know he's Jar Jar, but I keep thinking of Gulul Jar Jar, but that's the father, I believe. Yeah, Gulul Jar Jar is the current servant. Two-headed butthead is a good enough name. I think I ran right past the Aetherite. Oh well. Enjoy more of the lovely music. Ah! Hi. The dancer falls from the sky. Continue, yes. Continue with the rite of succession. Great to find someone you can play with like that who isn't someone like Xenos. Exactly. Hello. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. Is that it? You're all set to go? I left Eorzea prepared to travel in search of work, so I had few belongings to begin with. Bidding farewell to my fellow artisans took rather a lot of time, however. Again, I appreciate you making this commitment, Fontaine. Shall we depart for Earthenshire, then? A word before you go. Hi? Wuk, what are you doing here? I spend my days correcting manners, and here I am perpetrating the grave offence of delaying the third promise's departure. Oh, no, don't do that. Please, take up your axe and rend my flesh unto taco meat. Must your demands be so gruesome? Besides, I told you that kind of thing doesn't bother me. All right, then. I won't let it bother me either. What was that all about? Don't ask. Don't ask. I'd come to the city to purchase supplies when I spotted your entourage getting ready to leave. You seek the city of gold, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. It's the final step of the rite of succession. If you know anything about the subject, I'd love to hear it. Then allow me to be of service. As you know, legends of the Golden City have been passed down in Terral for 1,000 years. Yet when it comes to describing the place itself, the stories do not always agree. Some portray it as one might expect, a glittering metropolis of golden towers. Others suggest it is more unassuming, and owes the name to a fabulous treasure hidden at its heart. Every telling, however, has a common thread. Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. Oh. No worries, Kalishtar. Have a good night, and thank you for watching. The lesson to be learned from this third promise is that to seek the legend is to court death. I must implore you to proceed with the utmost care. That is all I wish to say. I shall pray for your safe journey. Thank you, Wuk. What are we to make of these cautionary tales? If every expedition has ended in tragedy, how then did the Dawn servant find the city and return without incident? It seems the legend originated with the Yokhoi. Speaking with them remains our strongest lead, I feel. A lead we shall follow in time. But first, let us see Fontaine safely into the Moblins' care. Cutscene. Meanwhile, in Kazama Uka. Oh, they're gonna fight. Fight, fight, fight.
Finding a willing artisan was even easier than expected. Many indeed are eager to curry favor with the Resilient Sun, especially if it means sharing the promise of new territories.
Those who prove useful will have all the land they desire.
Such generous words, yet the manner in which he speaks them. If neither wealth nor territory are of value, wherefore does he seek to bring the world to heel?
step aside.
Fight. Fight, fight, fight.
Remind me. There was no rule against poaching craftsmen from other claimants. Was there?
Bakul Jar Jar. That's his name. I need to remember.
Do not be foolish, Bakul Jar Jar.
Foolish would be carrying on with these dull feats when all I need to win are the keystones. And besides, it's long past time I humble this arrogant one-head. The Dawntrail may have sired you against all odds, but there is nothing blessed about your birth. Only a two-head is fit to rule. Only we are worthy. Draw your weapon. Face me in battle and learn your place.
A moment, first promise.
It says a lot that Bakul Jar Jar has brought a bunch of lackeys to help him fight. He's not looking for a one-on-one proof of strength.
Leave him alive, if you would. I foresee a use for this nuisance.
Oh, fight, fight!
Too scared to make the first move? Then allow me! But he's just a runt.
Well, that wasn't much of a fight.
My thanks for your restraint.
I can kill him whenever I please.
Your part in this is far from over.
This artisan is terrified. Well. We were always wondering which was stronger of the two. Ooh. We're back, and we've brought with us a willing potsworn. This is Fontaine, a talented goldsmith who once worked at Eshtame's Aesthetics in Uldar. Wonderful! Impressive! You are first to return, Third Promise. And with an artisan from across the salt, no less. We welcome you and your unique skills to Earthenshire. Help Hand will show you to the workpot. This is it then. I look forward to hearing you proclaimed Dawn Servant. Thank you, Fontaine. I'll be sure not to disappoint you. So did we have to take a boat back here? I guess. You have reach met the requirements of the Feat of Pots. Ready Rock presents your keystone with joy smiles and well-wishing. blueberry flavour. That makes 3. Oh. We were first. We're the best. More Podsworn candidates? Come, come. Tell Ready Rock your tales. Hey, Furiora. Good to see ya. No, we haven't gotten a dungeon or a trial yet. We've only done the first dungeon. I wonder how long till the second. Another feat accomplished. Another keystone acquired. You are doing well. I expected nothing less of Zeroljar's esteemed siblings. Your cleverness in particular is most admirable, Second Promise. We must have you apply that Charlayan knowledge you so cherish, and arm Tura with weapons of Magitech design. In your role as the new Dawn Servant's chief advisor, of course. The tools of war hold no interest for me. I wish only to improve our nation through practical innovations. Foreign powers will think twice about testing our strength once Tulialol is known for its advanced technology. Just as the Garlean Empire was deterred from invading Charlayan. That may well be true. But how long will it take Tulialol to progress to this advanced state? How many years? With a collective commitment to education and hard work, it should not take so very... Your way is too slow. Too slow? Easier to expand our territory and swallow Charlayan whole. Conquer other nations through force of arms, and you're looking at a future of uprisings and bloodshed. Yours wouldn't be the first failed empire. Then we keep fighting until the mounting costs convince them to lay down their weapons, until all have grown tired of loss. How would such an outcome bring anyone joy? What you propose is mockery of peace. Ready Rock is reminded of days long ago. In the time before Tulialol, there were no pot packs for the Potsworn. It was normal to grab snatch artisans and force them to work for mobbies. Until the day Gulujaja arrived. The families of the grab-snatched pleaded with him, and so he came to Earthenshire. Mobbies are not a war-make people. We feared death had come for us, but Gulujaja just wanted to talk. Be at ease. We are here to trade words, not blows. We get to see the Valve Reason head. The gold work crafted in this village is superb. One can tell at a glance the quality of materials used, the mastery of technique employed. yet it does not stir the heart. A goblet shaped by bound hands and broken spirit is devoid of luster. Compare that now to the works of a joyful artisan. She pours her very soul into her creations, and they shine like the newly risen sun. Have you not seen this to be true? And so began the custom of good living. Happy potsworn make good works, and good works make mobbies happy. Gulul Jar Jar's words were wise. Joy smiles did indeed bring fine craft, and much jingly shine. So the head of reason was behind the forging of pot packs. Yes, reason and clever think changed Mobby's way of life. The first promise tires of your talk of olden days. He would rather look to the future and the next feat. Don't like that smile. That was not a nice smile. That was a creepy smile. We should be getting on as well. Bye, nerds. Uncle Jar Jar never did come back, did he? Do you have a moment, Third Promise? Rakarok would repay you for hand helping with car hair. He brings a tale of the Golden City. Ooh. Really? I'd love to hear it. Preferably in private, where the other ones can't overhear. The towers, the streets, all fashioned from gold. Everywhere you look, every splendor you can imagine. The young, the old, and everyone in between. They live in gold and happiness. A city of eternal bliss, forever perched above the clouds. Above the clouds. Huh. Okay. Complete disrespect implied. Oh, I could have used the other end. Yeah. Yep. Everything fashioned from gold, eh? And just imagine everyone living in golden happiness. Now that's a city I'd like to visit. Excuse me, Rakarok. Where did you hear that particular tale? From our long-time Yokhoi friends. They live up in the mountains in Okapacha. The giants again. Seems everything is pointing us their way. This feat and everything leading up to it has taught me much about the Moblin way of life. I'll be sad to leave Earthenshire and your joy smiles behind. Aww. How are they so cute when we can't actually see their faces? They're still somehow cute. And they have aether currents. The head of reason in Ready Rock's story sounds so different from the head of resolve. They share the same body, yet their personalities are wholly distinct. It unsettles me that Zerolja is even a claimant in the first place. Surely his father cannot condone his violent ambitions. Yeah, he did say if none of the claimants impressed him, he would not yield his throne, so I wonder if he would even yield it to Zerolja. The stories describe a place of boundless happiness, but are also rife with dire warnings of seekers who did not return. What are we to make of this? Well, obviously they all found the Golden City, and it's so lovely and happy and beautiful, they all stayed forever. These tales raise many questions. Let us hope the giants have answers. Right, we should go and see the giants next. Agreed. Golden mysteries notwithstanding, their village is featured prominently in the saga and is not to be ignored. The Urkapacha Highlands should be easy enough to reach from here. If we leave Earthenshire from the west, there's a road which leads up into the mountains. Let's find that first. Okay. Alright. Can't wait to see the giants. So there's 2 quest ones. And so assuming we get a Aether Current from the MSQ soon, yeah, I should be able to unlock flying in this zone. Worry not for Potsworn Fongentain. He is in good help hands. Nice. Go say goodbye to Rakarok. So that's our 3rd feat complete. Rakarok sends the 3rd promise many well-wishings for the contest. She has made Rakarok's help-handing job much easier. Ah, Fongentain is here now. That's cute. I keep thinking this is an Aether Current to click. Same text from him. I shall be cheering on Wuk Lamat from Earthenshire. Oh yeah. Yeah, seems like this is MSQ complete for this zone. 1 zone complete. MSQ wise. Oh, can I get out? Yeah, I can. Good. My chunky robot just fit. Oh, a hunt mark. Destroy. Last dance. Oh, it's not dead yet. Why is it not dead? I gave it the last dance. That implies death. More last dance. The last dance. Ah, I needed to kill 2. Oh, not 3. Okay. Nice. Done. Kill you just because you're being rude. Nice. Oh. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm here. I'm here too. We're to meet with the Yokhoi at last. This road will take us through the mountains to the Urkapacha Highlands. An exhausting route, perhaps, but a straightforward one. One day we're sailing up rivers, and the next we're hiking up mountains. Yeah, quite a vacation, isn't it? The Highlands are where the Lay of Proof took place, that being Gulu Jar Jar's encounter with the Yokhoi. But 'tis also the stage for the Lay of Ice, where heroes fought the monstrous Valigarmanda. I am most curious to know what the rite will demand us your demand of us there. Ah, so that itself was a lay. Lay of ice. Looks like the trail is going to get steep from here on in. I hope everyone is ready for some climbing. Third promise. I'm glad I caught you. Reddy Rock asked me to bring you back to the village. She says there's something she forgot to give you. Huh? Something other than the keystone? Yes, an item of great importance, or so I was told. It shouldn't take long, if you would please follow me. I don't trust this at all. I wonder what this is all about. Well, no need for everyone to come. I'll be back in a little while. No. No, don't go alone. It's dangerous. Take this. Yep, don't like this in the slightest. I'm eager to continue to the Highlands and meet a Yokhoi face to face. We've heard much about them, but I'm not entirely sure what to expect. Same. That man seemed familiar somehow, but I just can't place him. Knowing Wuk Lamat, he was probably eating sweets behind our backs and forgot to pay the shopkeeper or something equally careless. Ah, don't be so rude. He had rather interesting hair for a Hyur. Or should I say, Tonawata? In any case, strange I had never noticed him while we were in Earthenshire. Yes. Kind of suspicious. This is taking quite a while. Just keep waiting for now, I suppose. Yeah, I thought our characters were smart. We should be, you know, going to check on her. I was just saying earlier that the characters are really smart. Especially since we have no idea what Bakul Jar Jar is up to. Perhaps there were complications. Well, let us wait a little longer. Alpha, no! This is the most obvious bad thing ever. This is getting a little ridiculous. Did she get lost on the way back to find us? But how? There's only the one road. I wouldn't underestimate Wuk Lamat's sense of direction, or lack thereof. Fortunately, she has a link pearl. Let's see what's keeping her, shall we? She's not responding. Perhaps we should all return to Earthenshire. Yeah, you think? 'Twas Reddy Rock who had business with her, yes? Oh dear. Yeah, I don't remember where that orange-haired man was from either. But I'm sure we're about to find out. Oh yeah. Compass. To the north. Well, I can get that when I'm fate grinding later. And we didn't think to call earlier. Yes, apparently. Oh no. Oh no. She doesn't seem to be here. I'd thought Wuk Lamat was just being her usual impulsive self, but now I'm not so certain. Something's not right. I can feel it. I pray naught untoward has befallen the third promise. Oh. Back again so soon? We've come looking for Wuk Lamat. Did you not send someone to fetch her? No, they didn't. Ready Rock did not. Neither has she seen the third promise since you were last here. Oh. Then who was that man who came for her? Oh, I thought you'd left already. Where is Lamat? Is she not with you? You don't know where she is? How could you let this happen? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Our characters made bad choices. That thou shouldst worry for thy sister is understandable, yet rather than assign blame, thine energies are better spent on locating her. I will help you search. This is not how I'd wish a fellow claimant to lose the contest, my sister least of all. In that case, dividing our forces will allow us to cover more ground. Melchin and I should work together at least, the better to facilitate communication between our groups. Then the rest of us will split up. Report in should you find anything. Well, I guess we haven't finished the MSQ in this zone yet. We'll be on our way as well. Right, keep in touch. Come, we should begin our search. Okay, so we get to hang out with Koana for a little bit at least. Learn a bit more about him, maybe? This is most worrisome. If Ready Rock hears anything, she will let you know. Lost promise. Oh. Koana is anxious to begin the search for Wuk Lamat. If Lamat was returning to Earthenshire from the west, then she should have passed through here. Except Ready Rock swears she didn't see her. In which case, 'tis entirely possible that Lamat never made it back to the village at all. The only way to be certain is to ask the sentry stationed at the opposite entrance. Weep. Wrong way. Chocobo. Hi again, Rakarok. We're back. Okay, no new dialogue. Hey, sweetie. She's not begging for food yet. She's too comfortable, I suppose. She does seem very comfortable. If the guard did not see Lamat, then we can be fairly sure she's not in Earthenshire. She's not one to pass without notice. The third promise? Mobby has been standing at his post with diligent eye watchings. He has seen no claimants pass this way. What of a ton of water with brightly coloured hair? Mobby knows something of this one. He hears tongue flaps about a Pelu peddler in Many Fires who was attacked by a crazy hair bandit on the road. A bandit, you say? Thank you. You've been most helpful. Right, I forgot all about the bandits. My sister is clearly not here. Though I wish it were otherwise, we must consider the possibility that the Tonawartan messenger and the brigand described by the sentry are one and the same, and that Lamachi is in very real danger. Come, let us hurry to Many Fires. I'd like a word with this peddler, should they still be around. Moppy's bandit problem is only getting worse. Meow. Bloody bandits. Also, Many Fires is a great name. Oh yeah, we can teleport there, can't we? Yeah. Waste no time, she's in trouble. Well, maybe a little bit of time as we look at this cat. We must look at Kitty Cat. Yeah, look at Kitty Cat. Touch. Hello. Cutie. Do those guys remind anyone else of Skaven, or is that just you? I'm not very familiar with Skaven, so... Not very familiar with Warhammer stuff. Here, Melchan. This is the merchant who ran afoul of the bandit. Was there something I could help you with? I'm told you were the victim of a bandit attack. Could you recount exactly what happened? My goodness! I thought I recognized you. I'll tell you everything I remember, second promise. It was that scoundrel Warkisa who ambushed me. You know the name of your attacker? There's no mistaking that hair. All my peddler friends have stories of that notorious bandit leader and his predations. Warkisa and his gang will stoop to any low for the sake of a few pearl, and with no fresh quarry coming up the broken stairs, they've had to become more creative. Little wonder he went after Lamachi. He likely thinks to ransom her for a royal sum. That's kind of dangerous. This guy want Gulu Jar Jar coming after him? I expect he'll soon make his demands, but I don't intend to wait. We'll find this villain first and deliver his deserved payment in person. What say you to a small deception? I will assume the role of a well-to-do merchant to lure Warkisa out of hiding. Then, when he comes sniffing about, we catch the rat by the tail. Speaking of Skaven, an excellent plan, and I have just the right garments for your disguise, at a specially discounted price, of course. Hey, do you want us to deal with these bandits or no? Do you want to get attacked next time you come through here? A brush with bandits hasn't dampened your mercantile spirit, I see. Very well, I accept your generous deal. Now we lay the bait. I will precede you into Many Fires and make my presence known. You follow on behind, boasting to those along the way how you paid me a hefty purse in exchange for a rare gemstone or some such. If Warkisa is as coin-hungry as they say, then a recently enriched peddler should be an irresistible mark. We let him strike, and then we spring our trap. I pray that your scheme is successful. Time to play our parts. Follow Koana's lead, and try not to fall behind. Uh-oh. It's a following quest. These bandits' plan. What was their plan, though? Because if we had accompanied her, like we should have, what would they have done? There, that Exprowl fellow. Share with him how happy your imaginary deal with me has made you. Once you've put on an appropriate display, we can continue to our next performance. Sure. We want Walkersa to notice us, be loud and convincing. Something I can do for you, friend. You have the kind-eyed Exprowl's full attention. Play the role of a happy collector. It's nice they put the button here now. A rare gemstone from that Hetsado merchant, you say? I envy the profit he must have made from such a sale. Since the stairs were destroyed, I've not been able to peddle goods at my usual haunts. I would advise that peddler to keep an eye out for shady characters. Rumours of good fortune have a way of attracting bandits in these parts. Yeah, that's what we're hoping on. Or hoping for. A good start, but I would make certain Walkersa is aware of me. Let's continue. Bring back the music. That Moblin over there looks amenable to conversation. The stage is yours, Melchan. Music. Share your good fortune with that Moblin merchant too, if you would. We need to make sure these rumours attract Walkersa's notice. What can Mobby do for you? The Hetsado sold you a sparkle stone for your collection? Well, that explains your giant joy smiles. Mobby is happy for your happiness. Mobby is also jealous of the merchant and all the jingly shine he must have made. They're very polite about us running around just bragging at them. Be careful when trading tongue flaps around here. There are sneaky, greedy brigands who will get big eyes and grab snatch that merchant's jingly shine. And your sparkle stone too. They can try. That should be enough, but perhaps one last act to drive it home. Is that necessary? Oh, I guess so. You see that cheerful Pelu? Tell him the tale of your precious gemstone and we'll be done with this part of the charade. Good. Just this one last performance, I promise. How nice to see a smiling face. Care to share the reason for it? I've heard nothing but mumblings and grumblings since that storm passed through. A passing peddler had the very gemstone you sought for your collection? That is a stroke of luck. And I'll wager the merchant was just as pleased to fill his pockets with your grateful coin, eh? Well, I'm inspired to go and earn some pel of my own. Who knows? Maybe opportunity will find me, even as it found you. Lucky no one wanted to see the shiny gemstone we got. Sneaky. Ah, my most valued customer. The profit from that single purchase of yours should see me through weeks of idle leisure. Travelling with such a fat purse and no sell swords is tempting fate, so I shall make Earthenshire my last stop, and then return forthwith to Tulialao. Did you see? The rat has come for a nibble. Nibble. Nibble is a fun word. You played your part to perfection, Melchan. A woman of many talents, just as Thancred and Urianger described. Now, let us lure Warkessa out and spring our trap. Still not quite 93. A brother's duty. Koana wishes to execute the final stage of his plan. Let us execute the final stage of the plan. I will set out towards Earthenshire, alone and unarmed, the better to sell the act of a defenceless merchant. Assuming Warkessa is watching, he will likely wait for some quiet stretch of the road before accosting me. I'll be relying on you to follow closely behind, remaining hidden until the time comes to spring the trap on our bandit king. Just remember, we need him alive. Ah, I guess. Warkessa will tell us what he's done with Lamachi. Okay. Go over here. Do I have any hunt marks left? Sorrow, Ukapacha. Ah, that's the other zone. Okay, I've got some left over in the other zone. Hopefully near where the giants are. They're really making me wait to see these giants, aren't they? Teasers. That'd be too obvious now, mate. Maybe I shouldn't be wearing shiny, glowy weapons that are easy to see from a mile away. That's fine. Bunny attack! I hear business has been good to you, Master Merchant. How about you share some of the profits? And by some, I mean every coin you have. Hi. You're that gemstone collector. Oh, I see what this is. We've been tricked. Spit in your eye. Men, kill these Vidra. Slippery vermin. We'll have to interrogate his underlings instead. If you'll be so kind, Melchan, pray leave them capable of speech. I will try. My weapons are bladed chakrams, though. I would assist you, but alas, I am unarmed. Dance! Boom! Yeah, that's shiny. Have a bird. Nice. Oh, they disappeared, sorry. They vanished. I was hoping to talk with your boss, but I suppose you three will have to do. Wait, that's the second promise. What do you want with us? Think I'm scared of a fancy title? I'll take your royal ears as a trophy as soon as I get free of these ropes. I know your gang is behind my sister's abduction. Tell me where she is. Eat pucker shit, salt lover. You'll get no answers from us. That's right, we don't serve you. Do not play games with me. Where is Wuk Lamat? And fast losing patience. Talk now or die. The choice is yours. We were hired to nab the third promise, that's all. We don't know where they took her. Hired? By whom? We weren't told that either. Only Walkerson knows. He's the one who took the job. Well, it seems we needed their leader after all. Once I've arranged for the Lands Guard to take custody of these criminals, I'll call on Thancred and his tracking skills. But perhaps you could pursue Walkerson in the meantime? The bandit was running in an easterly direction. Should you locate him, I suggest you shadow him rather than force a confrontation. He might lead us to where Lamachi is being held. Yeah. Get him! Go after Walkerson. I'll watch these miscreants until they can be taken into Lands Guard custody. Let's go! Sick him! Hello. Oh, you can't catch me. Bye. Oh. Nice viewpoint. Follow Walkerson from a distance. Oh boy. Should your quarry begin displaying the effect shown in the picture, you will be discovered when he turns around. Make use of cover such as rocks and trees. The objective will also end in failure if you follow too closely. Keep your quarry in sight but avoid stepping into the detection circle. Okay. Yeah, I heard they made this stuff a lot kind of easier to... easy to understand. This job's more trouble than it's worth, he says. Damn right it is. Hope he doesn't turn around now. Sightseeing spot. Want that. I'll get it after. This was meant to be easy. You have no idea who you're messing with, do you? It's getting kind of far. Oop. I'm a rock. Don't mind the huge glowy effect from my peloton. Rock. Oh, feel like I'm falling behind. Oh, where'd he go? Ah. He said to meet him in front of the hideout. Where's that damn Hubigo? Ah, go on there. Okay. Gonna turn around. No. Okay. Run! Nice. Duty complete! Stealth mission! We are getting a ch noise in that. Lamb RT? Oh, their nickname? Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce these words, so... My apologies if I'm completely wrong. Finally! My money. Give it to me now. The Landsguard may be hunting us already. Calm yourself. We had our own troubles finding a suitable hideaway. Right. We're finished. Take your prize and leave me out of the rest. Such hostility. You were hurting for coin, and I offered you gainful employment out of the kindness of my heart. Kindness? You brought a blackened tempest upon us. One look and I could tell that woman was a killer, a butcher, a salted devil in the flesh. Ah, spare me your fearful bleating. Go on, scamper away now before the scary mercenary comes to claim your head. Phone call. Koana told me the news. You've found the abductor then? What's the situation? And you think the bandits were hired by this Hubigo? Alright, new strategy. Forget Walkissa and stay on the Mamuljar's tail. We don't want to endanger the third promise, so keep your distance until we're certain they have her. I'll catch up to you as soon as I'm able. Okay, I figured she was just going to be held in there. But no. I followed the Hubigo from a safe distance. Oh my god. Escort mission part 2. Oh, can we go in there? Oh, we can. Okay. Check that out later. Not many hiding spots on this side. 3. Alright, this guy doesn't seem to be concerned about being followed at all. Hasn't checked behind him once. Oh. He finally looked back. I better hurry if I don't want a beating. Yeah, that is Bakujaja. That's behind all this. Oh, who had the stones? It was her, wasn't it? Oh no. Oh, we're going over there. Okay. Alright. At least that one was easy. Hopefully they say it in a cutscene soon. Yeah. There don't seem to be a lot of voiced cutscenes though, sadly. At least so far.
Better late than never.
Voiced cutscene! Hi.
That Momulja. He's the one who kidnapped Wuk Lamat. So we're still unsure. If we can follow him a bit longer, confirm his connection to the abductors. That will complicate matters.
Oh.
Confound it!
If I set out now, I can trail them along the riverbank.
Do it!
Even if it costs you the contest.
What worth is the throne if I lose my sister to win it?
Aw.
Very well then. I'll send word when I locate her. Till then, I suggest you save your strength. A rescue attempt could turn ugly.
That Hubigo just now. I swear I've seen him with Bakul Jaja.
Yeah, the one with the head crest.
Knowing the way that monster works, he probably hired bandits to kidnap her so he could steal her keystones. But even alone, my sister is more than a match for a gang of untrained ruffians. She must have been ambushed or deceived. Gah! I should have been there! If those bastards have hurt her!
Aw. You need to calm down. Be patient. Trust in Thancred. I thought you were the cool-headed one. Trust in Thancred.
do trust him, but... Forgive me. Snapping at you won't get my sister back. I'm afraid I've always been like this when it comes to Lamachi. The thought of her being in danger sends me into a panic.
Lamachi. Lamachi. Yeah, it's a soft kind of T sound.
But isn't that how families should be? These days, Turali Mikote live however they please. But the clan into which I was born kept to the nomadic traditions of our ancestors. They herded their own neck across the plains, always moving with the seasons. During one such migration, my birth parents left me behind. A child. All alone. Without a single word of explanation.
Jeez. That's messed up.
A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tuliyolal's market. And that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me.
Jeez.
I had already been in the palace some time when Lamachi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her.
Aw.
So, as you might now understand, I will stop at nothing to rescue her.
Aw.
While we await word from Tancred, I suggest we prepare ourselves to travel downriver. You have a boat, yes?
Guess. Yeah, they cut loose the creature.
Why release the Panity if not to delay pursuit? If we were unsure of their guilt before, then this surely proves it. Before we act, however, let us regroup with your comrades. Would you mind making the call?
Understood. We'll meet you at many fires.
Wow, this is a whole thing. I didn't think it would take this long to get her back. Dad cred. Yeah, jeez. Well, I may have put rescuing Lamachi ahead of my own progress, but do not take that to mean I've given up on the contest. You understand how important she is to me. Yet, regardless of how close we are, I would have made this same choice. After all, if I'm incapable of saving my sister while also winning the throne, then I am not fit to inherit our father's heavy mantle. Aww. Feeding the river. Koana wishes to gather your companions for the upcoming rescue mission. We need to gather our forces. Firstly, allow me to brief everyone on our present situation. Thus, at the very least, we believe this Hubigo knows where Lamachi has been taken. Thancred is shadowing their boat even as we speak, and I should like to join him with all haste. Unfortunately, our quarry had the foresight to release your punity from its harness, leaving us without a means to give pursuit. Erenville, as an expert on wildlife, what are our chances of recapturing the beast? Can we not just use the Aetherite? That would be easier. With the right mix of feed, it can be done. I should like an extra hand to help scatter it about, however. Would you accompany him, Melchan? Meanwhile, the rest of us should work on getting the harness repaired. It appears to have been damaged when the punity was let loose. With all the peddlers here in camp, we should have little trouble purchasing replacement materials. As for any necessary metalwork, Earthenshire's artisans are but a short walk away. Then let us divide the tasks and have at it. There was an unusually aggressive herd of wild punities downriver, so our girl will have fled in the opposite direction. Come, we'll try the waters upriver. Okay. Recapture punity. Not manatee, punity. Might not get to see the giants today, sadly. We must save Wuk Lamat. Assuming our punity has come this way, she'll be hiding in the depths of Marsh Ligaka. We'll need to lure her back to the shallows with the promise of food. Wild punities eat mainly aquatic grasses and plants, but the tame ones are often fed vegetable scraps. Knowing this, I added leftovers to the feed I've prepared. This should help the mixture stand out against the marsh's natural scents. Ligaka is crawling with predators, however, so I'll leave it to you to scatter feed deeper in. I'll be waiting for you near the shallows with the rest of our punity's enticing feast. Okay. Scatter some feed. Jadzia is still fast asleep. Cute little baby. I forget how slow default ground movement is. Even mounted. I do see why people buy that bike now. The one that has faster movement baseline. This pungent punity feed contains a mix of aquatic plants and vegetable scraps. You scatter Erenville's punity feed along the water's edge. Ooh, I'm just about to ding 63. 93. 63 was a very long time ago. That was back in Stormblood. Okay. Let's use Chocobo. Erenville. All set. I've just finished laying out the last of the bait. Step back out of sight and leave the rest to me. Grr. Gonna catch a Pokemon punity. Here she is. Hello. Shh. There's nothing to be afraid of. We just need your help one last time. You're hungry, I wager. Come on, come with me. Yes, there's a good girl. I didn't notice she's just hovering in the air. We'll be fine here, I think. I'll give her a few more treats, then lead her over to the boat. You can let Koana know we have our punity back. Nice. Oh, there it is. Damn. Didn't realize how big she is. Mew, she says. Ah. The punity seems comforted by Erenville's scent. Shh. Everything's all right now. Being alone in a strange river must have been frightening to you. Okay. Oh, yep. Teleport. Back to Many Fires. A clip from Joe Cat's stream. Dad cred.
I suppose not.
Dad cred.
Palestinian here.
Minecraft?
Aha. Hello. Where's the others? Erenville has the punity in hand then? Good. I expected nothing less from a certified gleaner. As for the harness, we were able to purchase all the parts we need. The Levior twins are over in Earthenshire right now, having the Potspawn make the repairs. I'm told it shouldn't take long. We'll be ready to embark on our rescue mission as soon as we hear from Thancred. Ding! 93! Nice. Aether current! Oh yeah. Sibling rescue. Koana is nervously awaiting the call from Thancred. Thancred must know something by now. You found her? Understood. Thank you. I had but to invoke his name. Thancred followed the Hubigo's boat to its destination and confirmed that they are indeed holding my sister captive. They, of course, being Bakul Jar Jar and his minions. I swear, I will make them regret this. Lamachi is in rich leaf tunnels. The moment the harness is repaired, we strap in the Punity and make our way back down Ikku Katumu. I figured that rescuing her might be the next dungeon. But no. Oh, this dungeon was so pretty.
Thangred.
The third promise is up ahead. She's unharmed, but we best not dally.
I spit on these pathetic feats. Far more satisfying to claim the baubles by force.
Jerk.
Give it back! Fulton poured his everything into that stone. You've no right to touch it.
Oh, was that the name of your artisan? How could you allow something so precious to be stolen?
You thieving cheat! You're no true claimant!
What does that make the foolish kitty who fell into my trap? If pitiful roars were all it took to claim the throne, you'd be first in line.
Now, brother. You shouldn't tease her. Look, the poor thing's on the verge of tears. Meow. Someone save me.
I want to beat him up so bad.
Who did that?
Done.
His scales are as thick as his skulls.
Coward! You dare ambush me?
Tis the blessed sibling's favorite tactic.
That useless Buddha was sycophant. He was supposed to keep the lackeys running in circles.
Don't aim for the scales. Go for the eyes.
Oh,
The
you
eyes.
must tell me all about that.
Careful now. You wouldn't want to hit her hostage.
That one's not to be underestimated.
They can do nothing while we have.
Thancred.
Impeccable timing.
Amachi, are you all right?
Are you alright?
Aye, thanks to you.
These weaklings think they can defy us. We'll slaughter the lot of them.
Patience, brother. The keystone is ours. There is no need to fight this day. and Zoralja has left us hurting.
No! I won't stop until I got these maggots and feed them their entrails!
If we fall here, we fail our siblings for nothing. Is that what you want?
Our siblings. Other two heads, I guess.
No, brother. Break off! We retreat!
Wait! Damn you, Bakwajaja!
Ooh. That's cool.
Do we give chase?
Where?
We head back. Lamachi is safe. And that is what matters.
Did we get the stone back, though? I guess she wouldn't mind giving us another one if we didn't, but yeah. 23? That was back in ARR. What was 23? I'm glad to see you unharmed, Lamachi. Thanks again for coming to my rescue, Koana. And all of you, too. Bakujaja must be desperate indeed to resort to such aggressive tactics. I shouldn't have been so careless. I underestimated him, and it cost me a keystone. Fontaine upended his life so that I could accomplish the Moblins' feat. He believed in me, believed in my cause, and I've let him down. The contest isn't over yet, so we take back what was stolen. We won't let Bakujaja get away with this. Contest ain't over yet. You're right. It's not over till it's over. The next time I meet that brute, I'll knock him straight on his scaly behind and take my keystone. Speaking of vengeance, didn't Bakujaja curse some useless Bunewa sycophant when he caught sight of us? A reference to Sariuja, I would assume. He is devoted to our brother, and is the only Bunewa I know of participating in the rite of succession. If Sariuja was somehow involved in this, I would never forgive him for putting our sister in danger. He will have forfeited his right to be called brother. I mean, I agree. Bakujaja should face punishment, of course, but so must the bandits who had the temerity to abduct Lamachi. I shall request that Father send a contingent of land guard to enforce the law in this region. I agree that measures need to be taken to keep travellers safe. But I wonder what pushed these people towards a life of banditry in the first place. If we dig deeper, we might find a way to improve things for everyone. Yeah, exactly. It is something to think about. For now, however, the rite continues. I thank you all for your help. Bye. We should be moving on as well. Are you feeling fit to travel, Wuk Lamat? You bet I am. Sir Roger's gained a good head start, and it's time we clawed back some lost ground. The Wuk Lamat I once knew would have been inconsolable at the loss of a keystone. This journey and your companionship is doing her a world of good. Koana is the picture of composure and rationality, except when it comes to matters concerning Wuk Lamat's safety. Far be it from me to fault a brother for being protective, but still. Though they share a single body, it's obvious Bakul Jar Jar has two minds when you see one head calming the other down. His personalities are as distinct as two individuals could be. We'll need to take that keystone back from Bakul Jar Jar before we arrive at the City of Gold. He will not relinquish it without a fight, though. Wouldn't the Moblin just give us a second keystone, though, if we told him what happened? Also, shouldn't they be able to just disqualify Bakul Jar Jar from all this? I said 23? Oh, I thought I said 63. I really am sorry this happened. From now on, I won't let my guard down around suspicious strangers. And again, I do appreciate you all coming to save me. Yay. Aether current! Nice. That means I can unlock flying here on my own time. Which will probably be tonight, after I have dinner. I should probably finish up now. Oh, I really wanted to see the giants. Let's get to the next zone. Well, the second part of the next part. History's Keepers. Wuk Lamat has her sights set on the Yokhoi village. Oh, is that a Yokhoi? The road beckons, friends. Let's be on our way to the Yokhoi. Then it's back to where the path through the mountains begins. You remember? The spot where you were tricked into walking off with Walkersa? Shh. Just going to rub my face in it like that, eh? I wonder if he's raising my hackles on purpose, though. You know, trying to keep my anger directed at him instead of myself. Either way, we can't be standing around here all day. We have a lot of lost time to make up for. That's a good theory, actually. He's trying to keep you distracted from blaming yourself. Going the wrong way. Ready Rock is glad the third promise is safe, but please keep on your tippy toes. The testing trials are not over yet. Let's get to the next village. And then I will stop and feed cats. Those bandits must have been watching us from the moment we stepped off the riverboat. I knew I felt eyes on us. So Roger will not have been wasting time while we were busy tussling with Bakul Jaja. We need to hurry. Erenville said this path will take us all the way to the Urkapacha Highlands, didn't he? I couldn't leave without letting Ready Rock know what happened, so I stopped in Earthenshire to say a few words before moving on. And now Erenville's nowhere to be seen. Couldn't he wait a few more moments? So much for giving him the benefit of the doubt. Come on, let's catch up. I want to give that smug gleaner a piece of my mind. I worried Wuk Lamat would agonize over the loss of her keystone, but it seems I had nothing to be concerned about. Onwards and upwards, then. Oh, hopefully he is just ahead of us and hasn't been also kidnapped. For the macro, you're set up to be used when you click the right stick. You have labelled it Burr button. What's the macro for? There's 6 different instances. That's cool. Number 1. It's always nice to have a Burr button. Ah, mounting. Nice. Seems those buildings up ahead are the village we're headed for. The Yokhoi have a deep connection to the legend of the Golden City. This visit will allow us to ask them about it directly. I've never climbed so high before. I'll tell Erenville off once I catch my breath. We have to be quite high up by now, which makes me wonder how much higher the summit of Warkorzorma must be. Oh god, yeah. That's high. That sure is high. As I'm sure you've noticed, the air grows thin at this elevation. Take it slow until your body adjusts. Deep breaths. Drink plenty of water. A few more steps and we'll be in Warlar's Echo. Warlar's Echo. We've been higher, like in space. And we fall on the back of our dragon stalker in space. True. Oh. Oh. Giants. Hello. Oh. They actually look a bit like the Mamulja, like their faces. Merchants visit us from time to time. We offer them rarities only found here, while they offer us curiosities of their own in return. Giant. They don't have tails, though. Like the Mamulja. Alpaca. Thank you. Okay, I think we'll attune and we will call it there for today. And hopefully come back tomorrow for more. We're finally up to, level 93 MSQ. Progress. It's being made. Very good. Might be having a dungeon soon. 93. Hopefully. dance performance. Can't use that one. We can standard step though. Nice. Right. Let's find someone to raid. Oh, yep, GDQ. That's always a good choice. That person's in Dawntrail. That person's in Dawntrail. GDQ it is. You'd also use a macro for jump, just so you can have the name Boing Button. That's a good name for a jump button. Yes, the trial is coming up soon too, I think. I actually know what the first trial is, because they showed it during the promotional, the live letter stuff. Yeah, so I actually know what the first trial is, but I won't spoil it for anyone who doesn't know. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to do that soon, because it sounds fun. Yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to feed these kitty cats. Where did King go? King! Did you want dinner? King! Gone. I'll show you the cats before we end. We have Jadzia. Hey, Jadzia, did you want dinner? Is it dinner time, sweetie? Yeah? Did you want dinner? Cute girl. Hey, where'd you go, sweetie? Here. Alright, King is gone. He'll be back. I can't show him. Okay. Thank you for watching. And hopefully I'll stream again tomorrow. More MSQ. So thanks for watching. See ya.